Hi, this is Mini Farmer from Deface Games. Today we are back with new games list for gamers who are looking for heart-touching war stories and gameplay. Hence we are featuring the best war-related games on Steam and other platforms. This is a hand-picked list of games which we think will make you experience at least some degree of war. In no particular order, let's start with our first game. First game we have is This War of Mine. In this game you do not play as an elite soldier, but as a group of civilians trying to survive in a besieged city. Struggling with lack of food, medicine and constant danger from snipers and hostile scavengers. This War of Mine is inspired by real-life events. The pace of this game is imposed by the day and night cycle. During the day snipers outside stop you from leaving your refuge, so you need to focus on maintaining your hideout. At night, take your civilians on a mission to scavenge through a set of unique locations for items that will help you survive. You also get randomized world and characters every time you start a new game. Often you need to make decisions, life and death decisions driven by your conscience. Like to protect everybody in shelter or sacrifice some for longer term survival. Cause during war, there are no good or bad decisions, there is only survival. Next game we have is Valiant Hearts: The Great War. It is 2D animated comic book adventure with action, puzzles and amazing story. The story of four crossed destinies and a broken love in a world torn apart with war. The lives of these characters are drawn together over the course of the game. Friendship, love, sacrifice and tragedy befall each one as they help each other to retain their humanity against the horrors of war. This fictitious story takes you back to famous World War I locations, like Reims or Montfaucon, revisiting historical battles on the Western Front. With the help of your trusty companion, a canine, you can send him through obstacles and holes to solve puzzles. The game's story is well paced, the historical information is relevant and filled with sadness. It has puzzle elements, but it's not a puzzle game. This is an audiovisual journey through one of the most difficult times in human history. It's simply a beautiful and emotional masterpiece. Also you get trusty German dog.
These are their stories.
Next game we have is Call of Duty: Vanguard. It was 2021's release from the Call of Duty series, which has been relatively well received by fans. The game has different multiplayer modes and even zombies, but the highlight is its short campaign story. Vanguard establishes a storyline featuring the birth of the Special Forces to face an emerging threat at the end of the war during various theaters of World War II. Vanguard's campaign features similar gameplay mechanics previously introduced in Modern Warfare, such as the player being able to mount wielded weapons, interact with doors and execute takedowns. New gameplay features allow the player the ability to use a more advanced tactical approach in combat, such as blind firing from behind cover, breaking through destructible environmental elements or creating new paths to complete objectives by climbing walls. Its main objective is to make the players prepared for the actual scene, which is multiplayer. Next on our list is Battlefield 1. This is one of the classics but still very critically acclaimed title. It takes you back to World War I, where new technology and worldwide conflict changed the face of warfare forever. You get to take part in many battles, control massive vehicles, and execute maneuvers that turn fights around. It has changing environments in locations all over the world. Like you get to fight in French cities, open spaces in the Italian Alps, or Arabian deserts. It has fully destructible environments and changing weathers. The game has huge multiplayer battles up to 64 players, but we won't recommend that as it filled with cheaters now. You should play this game as fun showcase of World War I weaponry, vehicles and more. That said, the game does look very cinematic. The graphics have definitely held up over the years. In short, this game is a dark, gritty and fun depiction of the First World War, even if it does not strive for realism. Next game on our list is Hearts of Iron 4. It is also a strategy game in which you lead your nation as your supreme weapon. This strategy game lets you take command of any nation, yes, any country in World War II. From the heart of the battlefield to the command center, you will guide your nation to battle, negotiate or invade depending on your situation. It features battles not only on land, but also in sea and in the air. You have access to war tools like tanks, planes, ships, guns and new weapons of mass destruction. The game also features full World War II time span in a topographical map with seasons, weather and terrain. Snow, mud, storms can be both your strong ally and a ruthless enemy. You can research and develop historic tanks and planes. It also includes battles in both competitive and cross-platform cooperative multiplayer up to 32 players. Also for geeks who give hundreds of hours to figure out mechanics, they will surely love it. Next game on our list is War Thunder. It is the most comprehensive free-to-play, cross-platform, MMO military game dedicated to aviation, armored vehicles. From the early 20th century to the most advanced modern combat units. In War Thunder, aircraft, attack helicopters, ground forces and naval ships collaborate in realistic competitive battles. You can choose from over 2,000 vehicles and an extensive variety of combat situations. Visually, the game looks great when maxed out. There are many different nations to play as. Worst thing about this game is economy. For a free-to-play player, it can take ages to unlock new vehicles and also premium currency is expensive. A very popular saying about War Thunder is that you will hate it. Everyone hates it. But there's nothing else like it. The satisfaction of getting a kill is akin to the moment of rest in between torture. It's just enough to keep you going.
In the comments. Good luck.
Next on our list is Warno. It is the World War III battle simulator from the masters of strategy, Eugen Systems. A Cold War turns decisively hot war, and you command hundreds of units on the battlefield. You will be deployed into an authentic, expansive, and meticulously researched war real-time strategy game. As the spiritual successor to the acclaimed wargame series, Warno claims itself as the ultimate next-gen World War III battle simulator. The Cold War-era armed forces of 6 nations, US, UK, France and West Germany, fight against the Soviet Union and East Germany. You can play multiple game modes, including standalone solo missions, cooperative, or multiplayer. What's great about Warno is that graphics are fantastic and sandbox features of the game are very satisfying. Controls are familiar and easy to learn, and AI seems to be lot smarter. What's bad is that it is kind of expensive for early access. Next game on our list is Hell Let Loose. It is a hardcore World War II first-person shooter with massive battles of 100 players with infantry, tanks, artillery, and a dynamically shifting front line with resource-based meta game. You can fight in the battles of the Western Front, including Corentin, Omaha Beach, Foy and more. Featuring 9+ maps modeled on real images and satellite data, the entire battlefield is divided up into large capture sectors. When a sector is captured, it will generate one of 3 resources for your team, creating a meta game that will influence your team's victory. You can choose one of 14 playable roles within infantry, such as recon, officer, scout, machine gunner, medic, engineer, tank commander and more. It has bit of learning curve, but the game mechanics are well balanced, as the game puts a strong focus on the actual gameplay components. Hell Let Loose is the perfect example of what a good strategic FPS should be. Next game we have is World of Tanks. This is massive chaotic free-to-play team-based shooter with expanding roster of historical vehicles, good graphics and music. This game has over 600 machines from World War II through the mid-20th century, divided into 5 vehicle types. You may need to explore a bit to find the combination of vehicle and nation that fits your playstyle. Vehicles also have further customization option using modules for camos, color schemes, emblems, and personal numbers. You can roll out and match up with random players or organize yourself a platoon, or you can invite your friends into battle. You can keep playing solo or join team clashes using some clan to battle over the global map. The game itself can be fun, but on many occasions you will feel like you have no idea what you're doing. It is still best game if you want to experience tank battles to the extreme. This is filler text to prevent the voice clipping. Last but not least, we have Steel Division 2. It is a historically accurate World War II real-time strategy game set on the 1944's Eastern Front, the Soviet offensive against Nazi armies. It features 1-by-1 scale turn-based army management and real-time tactical battles with thousands of men at your order. With more than 600 units, 25 maps, and multiple game modes, Steel Division 2 lets you offers hundreds of hours of gameplay in solo, multiplayer and cooperative modes. The real selling point for is the Army General mode, basically a turn-based campaign mode that allows you to play with preset units and fight the battles using the game's real-time strategy system. It is lot of fun slamming thousands of Soviets into German lines. It may not be very quick to learn if you are new to this genre, but the joy you feel as your battle group slaughter an oncoming assault of armies is unrivaled. And with these war-filled game titles, we end up our list. Make sure you have subscribed to check out more of our handpicked game lists. Also hit the like or dislike button to help us. Thanks for watching.